We learned about how we can use SAS and make CSS easy. All interactions with SAS, how bundling works yesterday we learned. So you practiced everything. So now after understanding the SAS, now from today we need to start working with the Bootstrap. So working with Bootstrap. Yeah. Actually, Bootstrap, what is Bootstrap and why it is important in web development? See, Bootstrap is, you can simply say that it is a library. Bootstrap is a library for web applications. Bootstrap is a library for web applications. What a library contains actually in software technologies, library comprises of predefined functions which you can implement and customize according to your requirements. So library contains predefined functions, predefined ready-made functions, so that you can use those functions, change them according to your requirements, and you can build an application easily. So what is advantage of predefined functions? Means you don't need to write anything much. So you have to just implement. That means with less logic, we can handle more functionalities. It will save the time. That means in real-time projects, one work is given to you, you have to finish the work. And as much as possible, we have to finish the work by the given time. So time bounds are very important. And we should not waste time. You cannot say that I learned CSS, I will write my own CSS and design. So companies will say that you don't need to waste time. You just design this however you want, you can do, but by this time you need to submit. So as I already told you, software development is not talent show. Software development is not talent show. It is pure business. It is a business. It is not like talent show that you have good talent, people will appreciate you. Nobody cares about your talent. It is a pure business. So we take people with good talent for our business, not for showcasing their talent, right? We don't care about them. So any company doesn't care about any software engineer. So that means he worked for 20 years for them. Next month, there is no project. They will kick him out. Simple. Nothing, right? There is nothing like they care about you. Any software company is doing business with you. So you are paid for what you are doing. So that is the reason we should never waste time in showcasing our skills. We should do the work in a faster way. We should achieve the target in simple approach. We should not Means nobody cares that I worked very hard. 2 days I haven't slept. I worked only for your they don't care. So they will say that by tomorrow I asked you to submit. Why you haven't submitted? Right? How much hard work you done, whether you have slept or not, whether you have eaten or not, nobody cares. That is the reason in software development we use lot of libraries to reduce the time consumption and to do the work faster. Writing CSS by our own, designing effects by our own, it always takes time. That is the reason we depend on these bootstrap like third parties. Bootstrap is a third party. Actually, like Bootstrap, so many are there. What Bootstrap will do? Bootstrap provides HTML, CSS, and JavaScript templates. It will provide JavaScript, HTML, CSS templates. So you have to just use the templates and implement them. That means what is meant by template? Template means already they designed. You just use them and change according to your requirements. So you don't need to write everything from scratch. Already they designed. You have to just use it and change according to your requirements. That is the concept. Is only Bootstrap like that? No, so many are there. Actually, like Bootstrap, there are so many third-party libraries used in web development. So many are there. Bootstrap is free and popular. Like Bootstrap, so many are there. So we have like Bootstrap, we have Bootstrap. So we have Telerik, we have DevExpress, we have Twitter Bootstrap, we have jQuery UI, MUI. So Material, Angular, all these are third parties. So many are there. So depending on the project, depending on what technologies they are using in the project and the requirements, we can choose different libraries. But every library is not same. So much change will be there. These are all some popular. Some companies particularly ask them. They ask that we want people with knowledge of Telerik. We want people with knowledge of Twitter Bootstrap. But almost every web development related job, mandatory they ask knowledge of Bootstrap. Compulsory, that is. So there are so many. You see, this is Bootstrap. We have Get Bootstrap. This is Get Bootstrap. So see the main purpose here. It says that build fast. The main slogan is build fast. Why you are coming to Bootstrap? Our main target is build fast. Don't waste time. Right? That is the main aim. And their main slogan itself, they say that build fast. Right? So like Bootstrap, there are so many. You have Telerik. This is Telerik. Telerik is also a third party. This is Telerik. It says modern UI made easy. So you can see it says faster than ever. Everywhere this fast is the key point. Right? And you see these, some are free, some are paid. You see this is a paid one. It's not free. You see there is pricing. You see, these are the customers of Telric. NASA is customer of Telric. Microsoft is customer of Telric. So generally, you may think that I never heard about Telric, right? I don't know Telric. Telric don't care about you. They support software for NASA like people. You don't know Telric, that's your problem, right? They don't care about you. That you don't know Telric. I never heard Telric. Who are you to know about it, right? If you know about it, that's okay, right? Microsoft is a customer of Telric. IBM is customer of Telric. Now you have a doubt like, why Microsoft is customer, why IBM is customer? They have their software developers now. They have their software developers. They can ask them to build everything. They are also borrowing from these people. That means these people designed some logic, and these companies are borrowing. Microsoft itself is a software development company. Then why they are borrowing from these people? Why they can't ask their developers to design? They don't. Why? Because they say that, for example, see, you are using different mobiles. Suppose you are using a Samsung mobile. I hope everybody know that the camera used in Samsung mobile doesn't belong to Samsung. Camera manufacturers are different. The camera lens manufacturers are different. So Samsung or others use a high powerful camera lens called Carl Jesus lens. This Carl Jesus lens is very popular. National Geographic channels, they use them. And these days, your mobiles are all using Carl Jesus lens, right? And that is a very popular company in making lenses. And the camera lens is from that company. Camera is from another company. Box is from another company. You cannot ask Samsung, why can't you build your own lens? Right? Why you are borrowing from somebody? You are Samsung, so much big. You have televisions, you have electronics. Why can't you build after all lens? Then they will say that already we are busy with our business, right? Already we are doing lot of things, and we don't want to go into something else new, which is already done by somebody. And somebody is popular in that, we will borrow from him. That means in a mobile, almost you can say that in a mobile, you are using a mobile which is built by more than 20-30 companies. Parts inside it. One part belong to one, another part belong to another. Only the brand box is Samsung, right? So the point is, software development also, we don't depend on our technology, because every technology is not capable of fulfilling all 100% tasks, right? For example, I told you this concept, otherwise I will explain this. Actually, suppose here we have some supermarket. Okay, so for supermarket, they want a app. They want an app for supermarket. So they came to you and asked you to build an app for them. Now the question is, which technology you will choose for building an app for supermarket? Will you use Java? Will you use .NET? Will you use PHP? Will you use Python? Will you use Node.js? Which technology you will use for developing an application for supermarket? How the company decides? How the company decides? Actually, what they do is, for that, in our companies, actually, first we prepare a table. That table contains as is, to be, and gap. We design this table in our company first. As is, to be, and gap. This is the table first we prepare. In this table, as is means what your technology is capable of. what is your Java capable of, what is your .NET capable of, what is your technology capable of, that is called as is. And to be means what client wants. So to be indicates what client wants. That means what is your technology capable of, and what client wants actually. Now gap means what is the client requirement and which your technology is not capable of fulfilling it. That means client wants something which is not there with you. That means not capable of. That means gap is nothing but what your technology cannot fulfill. Client wants something, your technology cannot fulfill that. Any technology in the world is having gap. Every technology in the world don't have 100% fulfillness, right? They have gaps. So now what happens is, for example, I will tell you, suppose anybody learned Java, .NET or something course. You go to a Java learner or a .NET learner and ask him, can you write a program to generate a barcode? Can you write a program to read barcode? Can you write a program to generate a QR code? He will say that, no, I haven't learned that. And you ask him, is Java having any such library to write barcode? They will say that, no, Java is not having. Then how you will build up for supermarket? Supermarket completely depends on barcodes. Java don't have a barcode library, .NET don't have a barcode library. Then how? That means your technology is not satisfying majority requirements. That means now gap is nothing but they will calculate how much gap is there. That means suppose Java is having 24% gaps and .NET is having some 20% gaps. PHP is having some 10% gaps and Python is having some only 2% of gaps. Then they choose Python because 98% it can fulfill, but only 2% gaps are there. Then how you fill that? That 2% we depend on third parties, and these are such people. These are such people. So you come to them, buy library from them, and you use it in your projects. Bootstrap is like that. That means you need not to design everything. They will provide samples, means ready-made functions and everything. You just take them, change according to your requirements, and you design an application. That is what actually practically real-time development is. We don't do everything from scratch level. So which technology is used for building an application, that is decided based on gaps. Based on gaps. In every software company, first they prepare this table. When a company comes to ask us to develop an app, anybody comes to us and say that develop an app, first thing the company people do is prepare this table. And they, because you see IBM, Wipro, Infosys, TCS, in a company, all software developers will be there. In Wipro, there will be Java developer, there will be .NET developer, there will be Python developer, there will be PHP developer, all will be there. Why all? So some people says that Java is great, it is trending. .NET is great, it is trending. If it is trending and it is great, software companies don't know. Why they have all technology people in their company? Because they are developing various projects, and for every project, same technology is not suitable. That's the reason for one project they need Java people, another project they need .NET people, another project they need PHP people, like that. because a company develops several projects, and for every project same technology is not suitable depending on the gaps. So what is Bootstrap? It allows you to fulfill the gaps, but only Bootstrap cannot do. We have to depend on a lot of others. So like Bootstrap, this is Telerik I showed you. Observe here in Telerik you have demos. Where is it? Yeah, in the Telerik we have demos. You can see they will give you all technology, .NET related, JSP related, so PHP related, all. The technology people have to purchase them and use them, right? So companies usually purchases these type of libraries. Some libraries are free, some are paid. So like Bootstrap, there is another one called Twitter Bootstrap. This is a Twitter Bootstrap actually. This is Twitter Bootstrap. This is same like Bootstrap, but little different. This is Twitter Bootstrap. Twitter Bootstrap. Like that, so many are there. So many are there. But in real world projects, we prefer majority of Bootstrap. So because it is simple JavaScript based and it can provide lot of things to UI developers. If anything is missing here, we depend on others, third parties. And Bootstrap is actually Bootstrap provides templates for free and premium. They provide templates for free and premium. That means they sell design. You can purchase those designs and you can use them. They will provide some sample free designs. You can use free designs, or if you want, you can purchase and use them. That is the reason. See, if anybody, suppose some school, college people came and they say that I want a website. How much time it may take to build a website for them, for general showcasing their school, college related details? Maximum 1 day. In a general market, we have freelancers. They take money and design websites, maintain websites for us. You give them 4,000-5,000 rupees. By tomorrow, your website is ready. How they build so fast? Simple. They will show you some ready-made designs and they will say that for school, college, these are the designs available. Which one you want? You select a design. According to that, he will add your content into it and he will finish it by 1 day itself. Right? So we generally don't waste time. We take help of all these templates. Already I showed you, right? Already I showed you, if you remembered, Get Bootstrap have a themes category. Na? In themes category, you see these are all ready-made themes for website designs, and see they are paid $49. That means you have to purchase. This is a template for some supermarket like, and its cost is $49. If you purchase, they will give complete website design, means with 10-15 pages, all the design ready. What you have to do, just remove their photo and put your photo there. Remove their heading, put your heading there. That customization is important. And customization also not easy. It's very difficult. That means for a person who knows technology very well, then it is easy. Otherwise, practically when you are doing, you miss one tag, you miss one div, then complete data content will be scrambled. You miss one div in a grid, then it is entire scrambled on the screen. That's the reason it's not so easy to even use these templates. You should be very careful in them. These are paid. Some free templates are provided which you can use them. So Bootstrap provides actually, see, Another important thing you should know that Bootstrap provides templates for free and premium. Not only that, actually it will provide HTML layouts. It will provide CSS classes, and it will provide jQuery attributes. Three things are majorly provided by Bootstrap. HTML layouts means HTML layout is for what? HTML layout is for presentation. Means for creating a presentation, they will give ready-made layout. CSS classes for what? To CSS classes, to make presentation more responsive. Understood? More responsive, more effective. We use CSS classes. Ready-made classes are present. We have to just use those classes. Another, jQuery attributes to handle interactions like what? Like click, like mouse over, like timing. All these are done by using jQuery. So Bootstrap will provide everything for you. They will provide presentation with HTML. They will provide CSS classes, and they will provide jQuery attributes. Learning Bootstrap is all about learning the classes and attributes. That means what you have to learn in Bootstrap? You have to learn the classes and the attributes which are required for interaction. Layout we don't need, because layout we create by ourselves. We create our own layouts, and in the layouts we keep CSS and we keep interactions. So learning Bootstrap is about learning the classes and attributes, right? How to make the presentation effective, how we can make it interactive. These two things are very important for us. Let's see how to do it. Already you installed Bootstrap, but some more work is there. First step, so to set up Bootstrap for project. To set up Bootstrap for project, what you have to do? You have to install these packages. npm install Bootstrap icons, save. We already done it, right? We already have Bootstrap icons. Okay. Another npm install Bootstrap, save. We have to install Bootstrap also. Next, npm install. You need jQuery also. Without jQuery, Bootstrap is incomplete. I told you, Bootstrap provides jQuery attributes. How those attributes will work without jQuery? jQuery is compulsory. With jQuery only, jQuery attributes are available. For that, you have to install jQuery. So to perfectly use Bootstrap, you have to install these three things. Already we installed first two. They are already in our project. We installed Bootstrap icons, and we installed Bootstrap for form designs and all. For that, we used Bootstrap actually. So let's open the project. And in this project, let's go. And here we will install, open the terminal. And in that npm install, what is it? Bootstrap icons and save. I already told you, you have to do everything in command prompt, not in PowerShell. Yeah, icons. Now save. It is downloading all the Bootstrap icons ready. Okay, next, npm install Bootstrap and save. We have Bootstrap icons and Bootstrap. Bootstrap is also ready. Okay, one more we need. What is it? npm install. What is it? jQuery. This is also saved. It is also ready. Now in the node modules, you will find all these three: Bootstrap icons, jQuery. jQuery uses another called popper.js. That is a dependency for that. We will see later. Now, usually the library is ready, but question is how to use Bootstrap in any page. You have to import so many things here. Now, let's see. I will create a new folder, Bootstrap examples. In public folder, I am creating Bootstrap examples. In that, we will add a page called index.html. We will put this page index.html. In this page, we want to use Bootstrap. In every page, if you want to use Bootstrap, then lot of things are there here. You link relation is equal to style sheet, href node modules // again // node modules, bootstrap dist css bootstrap.css. Already this file you know, right? Another one, link relation is equal to style sheet, href is equal to node modules / node modules, bootstrap icons font icons.css. For CSS files, there is no order. You can upload in any order. Means you can link in any order. There is no order. First icons, after that bootstrap, it doesn't matter. But script files, you have order. For script files, we have order. We have to follow order. If you are linking JavaScript files, without order, they don't work. Order is important. And another point is, according to Bootstrap people, means people who built the library, Bootstrap people say that we designed a lot of effects for you, and some effects need to get ready immediately at the time of loading the page. So better keep our script files in the body section of your page. It will be good. That is their suggestion from the people who built it, because they designed some effects in such a way that on body load they will get ready. That is the reason they recommend that for perfect performance, better keep all the scripts in body section. Generally, scripts are kept in head or body. Styles, already I told you, head or body. What is difference of head, body? I told you one more, that we can put outside HTML, right? So according to the Bootstrap recommendations, we will keep the scripts in the body. Anywhere in body, we will keep at the bottom. We need two script files. First, in order to use any jQuery attribute, first jQuery must be ready. So you have to use a script element now. Script, JavaScript files are linked by using src, script source. CSS files are with style, link. And here we have script src / node modules, jQuery, in jQuery dist jQuery.js. What is dist folder? Everywhere it is there. I told you about it. I told you when we discussed minification and all, I told you where minification files are used. Minification files are used in production. So uncompressed files are used in development. We learned about development environment, production environment, right? Production files are kept in this dist. Dist means they are ready for publishing. Ready for publishing. Min file also is present, but we don't use the min file because we are currently developing, right? So dist is the folder that contains files ready for production. So that is the reason every majority libraries will have dist. It's not mandatory, but dist is the location where you can find production ready files. Okay, this is jQuery. One more. We need to link another one. Bootstrap related also you need. But actually, Bootstrap have lot of JavaScript files. Yesterday I told you like bundling. Bootstrap is having so many, more than 20-30 files are there. If I have to link every file according to requirement, it is risky. So better what you do is source. You can go .. // node modules in that Bootstrap. In Bootstrap dist, in that JS this time. JS is for JavaScript. And see, there is a Bootstrap bundle.js. The word bundle meaning yesterday we learned. Just like CSS, JavaScript also can be bundled. That you will learn in JavaScript. To bundle CSS, yesterday we learned through Sass we can bundle. We will import and use those all files. Now here, this is ready. To make the page ready to use complete Bootstrap, you need to keep these files. Later, occasionally we will use a popper also later, not now. Initially, this is enough. So to use Bootstrap, what are the files to be linked? Okay, after setup, after installing, next step, what you have to do, link the following files to web page. What are the files to web page we have to link? In any page you want to use Bootstrap, you have to link the files. One is bootstrap.css. Another one, bootstrap icons.css. Another one, jQuery.js. And bootstrap bundle.js. These 4 files are compulsory. And CSS files you know already. CSS files are linked by using link element, link href, and link href is path, and link relation is equal to what? Style sheet. This is link. For jQuery files, for JavaScript jQuery files, we use a script. For script, we have src. Actually, script type will be text/JavaScript. JavaScript, like this we define, right? But that is enough. That is not mandatory as of now. Later you will can add that. So this is usually for linking the script and all. And I will give a small note here. So as per recommendations from Bootstrap, keep all script files in body section. Am I right? As per the recommendation of Bootstrap. So you may tomorrow come and say that, sir, in head section I am keeping it is working. I don't care. It will work. But some features will not work. Then you will face problem. Right? That is the reason you can keep in head section also. Several options will work. At 1-2 situations, it will fail. So we should not take granted for those situations. So everything should perfectly work. So you have to keep as per the recommendations that will help you. Okay. Now Bootstrap is ready. Now you have to use it. Let's see how to use Bootstrap. Means how we can work with Bootstrap. And very important. So Bootstrap versions are very important. You need to know this thing very well because so commonly used bootstrap version in projects is 4. It is 4 version. Now latest bootstrap version is 5. So that means you learn bootstrap here and go to some companies, they may be still using old. 95% companies are still using old. Very recent companies, means who started projects recently, they are using bootstrap 5. That is the reason online also, when you Google and search for some examples, first check which version bootstrap those examples belong to. If you blindly try them, they will not work, right? So because several websites online, YouTube channels online, they still teach you about bootstrap 4 only. And bootstrap 5, lot of changes happened, so many things changed. So that is the reason, once be careful in following a version, otherwise you will learn one thing, you will implement another thing, it will not work. So current version of bootstrap that we are using is 5. What is change in 4 and 5? While learning, I will explain, so you will get an idea. That means while teaching you about the new thing, I will tell you in old how it is written, right? Otherwise, you learned bootstrap new version here and you implement this in your company projects, they will not work properly because they may be still using old version. So current our bootstrap version is 5. Knowing these versions are important. Sometimes in interviews, they play with you with this. They will simply say that which version HTML you learned, which version JavaScript you learned, which version CSS you learned. And sometimes people fail in telling version number. Then they will say that you don't know version and you learned the technology, right? Now actually you remembered, I told you current we learned CSS na. Majority of CSS we learned 3 and 4. The CSS versions, the features of CSS we learned, they belong to CSS 3 and CSS 4. HTML we learned HTML 4 and 5. Bootstrap we are going to learn 4 and 5. The older and the new, latest, right? So in this, now how it works, you will see now how bootstrap works. Let's see. Suppose I am removing this bootstrap CSS here. I am writing a simple heading. So welcome to bootstrap. Okay. I will put a data list here. I will put a data term here. And I will write here components. And I will put data definition here, buttons, forms, nav bars. Like this I define. Another data term, I define interactions. So interactions like alerts, models. So cards, like this I define something. Now the point is, you see, as of now, this page looks normal. You can see the page currently, it looks normal. The page looks normal, very normal, it looks normal. But observe here, when I put the bootstrap related CSS, when I put bootstrap CSS, you see I kept bootstrap CSS now, automatically change it. What changes you observed? Font style changed, indentation changed, margin changed, terms automatically highlighted. Am I right? Data terms automatically highlighted. Means how it is working without doing anything. That means already they written some CSS. In that CSS, terms how they have to display, headings how they have to display, everything is ready made. You don't need to write anything. You just write it, automatic effects will apply. That is good. That means lot of work is reduced for us. Actually, previously what we have to do, wherever term is there, font weight bold, font family different, but now it automatic applies. So if you are satisfied, use them. Otherwise you can customize according to your requirements. That means, let's see here. Now here automatically some effects applied. Actually, in many interviews, one question is asked here: what is the default font used in Bootstrap? Not only in Bootstrap, so in lot of third parties, they use a font called Roboto. It is very popular in the fonts these days. Majority of all third parties, they use this font. If you don't use this font, what will happen is effects will come, appearance you will not feel exactly how they shown you. That means you will say that, you see in shopping, you will see a product color. You are very impressed with that color. You ordered and the product came, that color is different. That means the point is, now you are depressed, right? I expected something else came. The same in CSS also. If you don't use the same fonts what they have used, you will feel like their effects are different, my effects are different. Actually both effects are same, but due to that font, so many changes will be there, right? That means it will not look and feel like exactly how they are showing in the photo, in the preview. That is the reason. So you need to know that they are using this font. Okay, next important. Now what you have to learn in Bootstrap is some effects automatically applied. I don't need to worry about them. Some we need to manually apply. How to apply those effects? Let's see. For that, first thing you need to understand in Bootstrap about, you need to know about Bootstrap classes. You have to first learn about the Bootstrap classes, important classes. So what are the Bootstrap classes? How to work and use these classes? Let's see how do we use these classes. Hundreds of classes are there. Many people ask how to remember, sir, all this. So how to remember? If you have to work and survive, you have to remember. Otherwise, you should take help of Visual Studio Code, IntelliSense. But I already told you that they are not good every time. And regularly used classes, you have to remember. Right? You have to remember and use them. But they made everything easy for you, because even you have to remember, you don't need to make a lot of strain in that, because they named them easily, simple. The names are so simple that you can easily understand and easily apply. There is no complexity here. For example, see, first thing in Bootstrap classes, we will see how we have learned these CSS effects. First thing we will see in Bootstrap, how we can define containers. In Bootstrap, first important is containers. Actually, containers are nothing but, generally in Bootstrap, containers are nothing but, containers are designed, containers are designed for different viewports. Containers are designed for different viewports. That means viewports are nothing but, viewport is to target your content for various devices. Understood? Devices means PC, laptop, desktop, mobiles. To target different devices, they have different containers. So actually containers classes, so that means the classes, container classes, they given simply dot container, that is a class. And what is, you remembered so many times we used this class manually. That means our own names we given that, right? Such names I already given to you because now you will feel easy in Bootstrap, right? Now container, this container actually it is good for, container is actually good for devices. That means you can say small devices, small screen devices. For small screen devices, you can use this container. You can use the container class. If you are using large screen devices, that means large screen means laptops. Desktops are small screens. Laptops have little bit lengthy large screens. Then you can use container LG. Container LG. LG is for large screen, like laptop, you can say, like a laptop, like that you can use. Suppose you are dealing with mobile like things, you can use container SM. So SM is for mobile like devices, you can use SM. You want very wider screens, then you can use container XL, extra large. So you can use container extra large. This is for so more wider screens. So wider screens. Screens means laptop only, more pixel resolutions will be there. You have 14-inch laptop, 16-inch laptop, like that. Screen resolutions will be changing. And you can use better container fluid. It is very good. This fits according to screen. That is good now. If you are targeting only mobile, you can use SM. If you are targeting only desktop, then you can go with container. If you are targeting everything, then better you go with fluid. Actually, you see here, suppose we have, this is the page. Now what I am doing here, I am using here body, because everything inside body we have to apply a class. What is the class? Container. Automatically you see the width will adjust. Automatically entire width will be adjusted for that. Means padding already given for it. Suppose I'm using container LG for large. We are using container SM for small. We are using container fluid is this way. What is advantage is it will fit according to device. So it will change according to the device. So zooming, increasing, decreasing, it will fit according to the device. For that, container is the basic options. So you can put anything in a container to target. As I already told you that Bootstrap can be customized. That means this container is working fine. Already it is having a padding, but I want border. But container is not having border. I want border. So what you can do, we can write a style and we can access dot container, what it is, fluid. And container fluid here, you can put border as 2 pixel solid. So, and some black, it will put a border for that container. It will put a border. That means already it is having some effects. If you want more effects, you can customize. That is what Bootstrap intention is. Bootstrap intention is it provides a template which you can use. If you are satisfied with what it is providing, it's continue. If you want more, you can add 2 more. That means you can customize according to your requirements. That's what you can do here. That means you can set your margin. So margin as 20 pixel. It can set the margins here. right? It depends on how you are defining. So technically this is customization. I will give an example. This is for containers. You can add any number of containers. That means one content small, one content large, you can define anyway. So ready-made classes that we have for containers. So we have container, container SM, container LG, container XL. These are all containers. Better option is what? Fluid, right? That is one first thing. Containers, how to keep everything. Okay. Next important, in the CSS, you learned, I am coming in the same CSS order. In CSS, you learned box model. Na? In CSS, you learned box model. So what are there in box model? Box model means padding, margin, border, width and height. These 5 comes under box model. These are box model options. So the border, margins, padding and all. Here simply for box model we have M. M is for margin. M is for margin. M class. M class is for margin. And P class is for padding. Padding. Now margins have directions. So margins have direction, left, right, top, bottom, right? T for top, B for bottom, S for left, E for right. S means actually start and right is end. This is what little bit changed now. In old version it is left and right. Now in the new version they change it to start and end. So this is margin and this is directions for margin. That means how do we write? How do we write MT? That means margin top. We write MB, margin bottom. Similarly, we write PT, padding top. Similarly, we PE, padding right. Padding right. If you write only M, all directions, that means shorthand. M is what? Shorthand. Understood? Similarly, P is also shorthand. Okay. Margin left, margin right, you mentioned that. Next, how size? Size is defined 1 to 4 size. 1 to 4 size. That is the maximum. If you want more than that, then you have to manually apply, right? Maximum, they will give you one number, you can apply that. If you are satisfied with that, continue. Otherwise, we have to write our own effects, right? So see now, that means how do we write? Margin top, margin top 4. Hyphen, we have to define the size. And that means here I will give size. That is the syntax. You can give padding, padding top and what size. You can define the size. That is margin and paddings. All right. So these are simple classes we are having for that. Let's see here. One more option. This is for margin and padding. So this is for directions. Yeah. Now here you have only margin I given. Yeah. First let me give a heading here. Margin and padding. Okay. Under margin and padding, these are the options. Okay. Next we have border. Border and radius. Border have radius na. So actually for border you can define simply, we can have a class called border. That means for border you can define dot border. That is the class. And we have dot border and we have to define size number. Size can be, so 1 2, actually it can be 0 to 0 to 4 border size. And we have border, and we have color. We generally call as preset colors. Actually, technically speaking, presets are called as contextual colors. Contextual colors means situation colors. That means if it is situation is danger means which color? Red color. Valid, success means green color. Warning, yellow color. Like that, you have ready-made names here. Simply you can keep danger, you can keep warning, you can keep success, you can keep dark, you can keep light, so you can keep info, like this. These are ready-made color names, preset color names. You can simply apply by using border. And we have another option, radius, rounded is radius, and you can define size. Rounded size is radius. 0 to 3 only you can give. 0 to 3 radius sizes you can define. And rounded is used to set rounded corners and all for that. Let's see how they will work. So first I will do one thing. I will remove the border here. Style I am not giving. Now you can see this is the content we are having. This entire content I will keep in a div. Okay. And for this div, I will give a class as border. If I give border as class, you can observe simply a border is there, but very thin border. Very thin border is there. Now we will define here space. Multiple classes means space. Border, suppose I given 4, then size is 4. That means border size is 4. Color is not there for the border, then I will give border as primary. Primary is blue color. I have like danger. Danger is some red color. I have some warning. Warning is yellow color, gold. I have some like info. Info is like this. I have given some danger, something like this. Now I want some rounded. Then I have to give what? Rounded. And it is rounded little bit. And after that rounded, how much I can give? 3. I already told you, don't go on those numbers, that comes a help. Right? So according to the latest, what are the there, we have to just use them, right? You cannot take that help. Completely you should not depend. I told you so many are outdated, right? They will not work. So here, this is fine. Now I need some padding left side. Padding left side, then how to do? So for this container, we have to use PS. PS, how much? 4. You can see some gap will come. Padding top also I have to give PT. PT, how much? 4. Some gap will come. And similarly PB as 4. Bottom 4. Some gap will come. Similarly margin, I am giving MT as 3. Margin top 3. Margin top 3. Margin bottom 3. So you can set margins and padding. This is simple. You can just apply these classes. You don't need to write any CSS. Just ready-made classes are there. You can apply them. But for every purpose solution is not there. That is the reason you have to use combination. Even these effects are there. We have to use a combination, right? Manually you have to write. These will simplify the work, but these may not satisfy everything. they have certain issues also, means size is not good, color is not good. You have to depend on manual approach, right? So that is the reason everywhere same thing, right? They provided a facility, use it as a facility, don't use it as your dependent, means you don't depend on it, right? If you depend on it, it is very problem. Why? Because several things will not properly work, right? You can't satisfy everything, so only some features are available. Okay, this is working fine, that means this is borders. Now how about the width and height? Actually this is border radius. Another option, width and height. Actually width and height, you can define W for width, W for width. So class dot W, dot W, dot W for width, and the width have, W have. So here size can be only few. It can be 25, it can be 50, it can be 75, 100, nothing else. In between numbers not available. You cannot give 30 size, 40 size, 70 size, 60 size. You can give only this, only these, others not available. Similarly for height we have to use H, and we have to define what H and size. H and size. Here also same. H and size. Here also 25 height, 50 height, 75 height, and 100. You have to define width and height by using these classes. There is no other value. Just roughly here, you can write here. Suppose I am writing, so W25. That means it will be width 25. That means it will fit like this. 25 means 25% of browser. Similarly, here we are defining some width as 50, then 50% of browser. You can adjust accordingly. You can define accordingly. This is standard size. Suppose I am giving as a 60 as size, and you can see nothing. It shows 100. So that is because you cannot define that. You can have only standard values, right? This is for every content. Suppose you see rounded. When I showed you rounded, actually we have rounded size, we have rounded pill, we have rounded circle also. Rounded circle, ready-made, some names are available. Rounded pill means wide, and like capsule, like capsule it will come, right? So rounded circle, rounded pill, these are the options. You see now, suppose I'm using an image. Let's put an image here, some image. I'm adding an image source. So dot slash and public, and images, and some image name. So width is 100, 200, and height also 200. This is width and height of that image. Now you see, for this image I am just adding a class as border, and border 2, or border 2, and border I given as warning, and you can see it will come like this. I'll give border info. Okay, it will be like this. Now what we are using here, radius rounded, we are giving rounded, and here it is rounded. I am giving rounded circle. We are using rounded circle. Rounded circle, it will come like this. It will have a predefined effect for that. We can simply use rounded pill like option. We can use pill. Pill will be if width is more, then pill is suitable, right? That means width, how much it is having. Width is suppose 500, then pill appearance will come, right? That means it depends on how you give your width and height also. So already I told you that simply giving an effect will not work. All the dependencies must be correctly there. Like 2D, 3D, I told you. Giving a 3D effect will not look like 3D. You have to design accordingly, right? So here, this is basic of how we can define the box model. Box model. Let's copy this. And this is the example for box model. Now, similarly, display, positions, and everything what you learned in CSS, you can apply through Bootstrap. That's classes that we'll see in tomorrow's session again. First, you need to practice up to this, right? Installing, linking, containers, and box model. If we do this, then from next session, we can design big components. We will learn how to create components. You know, in Bootstrap, we can design components like this. That means you can design components like these navigation bars. We can, but for these navigations, some more JavaScript is required. You can design like these carousel sliders. This you can design in Bootstrap. These are all done in Bootstrap only. We will see that how we can manage such kind of things. Now these will come. We can create more good examples, right? That we'll see tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll continue.